6.
696?
Yeah, it's the 696. It's that
Mm.
one that I always dream about. But it always has more roads that go up higher, like they go over each other and that kind.
Oh,
But it reminds me of that one. And so it's connected, and people who describe this dream talk about large walkways, long escalators that go high up into the air. There's like huge food courts. A lot of people talk about the bathrooms, how they're never working. There's an underground area. Does your mall have an underground?
my mall is the underground. My mall is under an apartment community, an apartment building.
Oh, okay. Well, I put our malls through the Chat GPT, and Chat GPT changed the spelling of the words. So I sat and I tried to change it, and it kept changing. Like, and then later I thought, well, how appropriate. It's a dream. Nothing is quite right in a dream. So
Hey.
ignore it. Ignore it. I did not do it. I didn't have balls. I have balls. I have spelling issues, but I didn't have the balls to do something like that.
What can you interpret for me what a triple is? Triple? What is that supposed to be?
All right. We've got an apartment. This is Shannon's small world here on the left.
Okay.
We have an apartment up here on the left, and then there's your bleachers. And I promise you, I'm a bad speller, but I'm not this bad. There's the amusement park. There's the bakery, food booth, amusement park, and it gave you a beach too.
Yeah, I see that. That's okay. There was a beach there in my dream.
Here, I've got the mall. I don't know what the mall. Then this is supposed to be the underground part, because I have an underground part in my mall too. But my underground mall goes into, like, I always thought it was weird. I was dreaming about an underground, like, in Harry Potter, how they go into that underground and they're buying their wands and there's all those shops. That's what my underground in my mall is. It's magical stuff under there.
Oh, like Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's underneath. And I don't know how it got Molly, and then there's a church, and there's also a chapel, and I think it's supposed to be a chapel right here. And then there's a school, and there's an airport too, and then there's like an arcade, and a bowling alley. And yeah, I got a lot of stuff in my mall, and I've got more than one mall. Like, if I get on the highway and I take it out, it will take me over here to a strip mall, but I didn't add that. So I got a strip mall too. Yeah, it's very detailed. My mall,
I love it
a lot.
I love it. I love it, including the Chat GPT misspellings. I love it. I love it all.
Also, I've got a hair salon in mine, and it's got a spiral staircase. That's how you get up to it. You got to go into the spiral staircase. There's a funeral home. There's I've got an amusement park too. It's like a defunct Cedar Point. So I've got a lot in mine. And then I took your mall world and I put it with your drawing too, so that people could see that you did this drawing.
Okay. Yeah.
So
it's pretty good.
Yeah. So that's an example of what a mall world would look like. So we're going to get into it now, and we're going to start looking at some clips and read some things, go over to Reddit. Everything that we view today, we will put in the YouTube show notes. We do this to cite our sources and for fair use. Today, we're coming to you on Facebook and YouTube. We're coming to you actually on 2 YouTubes. I'm doing more with Feel Good University in 2026. I decided this was something perfect to throw over to our second channel, Feel Good University, where we're just trying to help people earn their BA and happy. So we're coming to two of our channels.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, nice. So let me get my screen together too.
Okay.
And I also had ChatGPT write us. I put your mall world, what you told me, your story, and I told it my story, and I had it merge our stories together. So we've got a little story for you and I today too.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I found out today that some people will tune out if they see that people are using ChatGPT. I'm like, well, I don't use it all the time, and I do use it as a tool. So I don't know. It's the second time today I've used it with my audience, though. So I don't know.
Theater attached to the mall school.
Okay, so this person drew their mall world out like Shannon did, and you can see how I'm not the only one that has a very extensive mall world. And Shannon, your mall is pretty extensive too. I mean, it's pretty interesting that it's all underground.
Yeah. Well, when I had the dream that started it, I was moving into a new apartment with a friend of mine, and I got there and I was just browsing the apartment. It was more like a townhome, but it was in a high rise. So we had 2 levels to our apartment, but it was a high rise. And I had gone down the stairs to the laundry room and noticed that there was a door in the laundry room that led to a long hallway. And I'm like, wow, what is this? And I was walking down the long hallway. Next thing I know, I was in a mall. So my apartment was attached to the mall, and it was all underground.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess
So
I
that
remember my first small world dream. I've just been having them for so long.
oh.
Everyone you've ever met.
This is sometimes a concert hall or an auditorium in the center, and the theater can be accessed from an escalator that takes you down to it. Sometimes there's cash registers in there because I think it's connected to the market or the thrift store, which is kind of like a Ross. Food court wraps around this way and then turns into the school, going up and across over here to the hotel. There's the rooftop balcony, and it's got this like kind of shape to it or something going on. And I think this is the hospital back here that has like vines or moss or something growing on it. The freeway wraps around over these buildings and such. And then when you get back there far enough, it actually takes you to a tunnel that will eventually just loop you back to the parking garage down here, somewhere in the bottom, I think. Yeah.
Then there's the big theater attached to the mall.
And then there is
strangely familiar, massive. Have you ever seen this place in your dreams? Mall World is an unsettling yet strangely familiar, massive and maze-like shopping complex that feels like the back rooms and the liminal space combined. Some people report seeing endless escalators, floating stairwells, hidden passageways, crystal shops, antique stores, along with modern stores and restaurants, an arcade, an indoor water park, and towering food courts. Have you been to Mall World?
And this is the video you sent me, and we're going to start taking a little peek at her. This is Loie Lane. Like I said, we will put the links to everything we do down in the YouTube show notes over on the PWR Network. And this is a woman this is where you sent this to me, and but although I think you sent me a short, I'm not really sure on that.
Maybe. It was so long ago.
I'm glad we're doing this.
I am too.
My name is Loie, and And dreams are really weird, right? I've been having a reoccurring dream for like the last 2 weeks that I've started a blues jazz band with Jacksepticeye. So I am no stranger to the strange things that can happen in your head while you sleep. But recently, there's been a phenomenon where people believe that it's possible.
And I will say, I just recently started flying. Like the airport just opened up, probably like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not really a fan of when I fly in the dream worlds. It's very disorienting to me to get on the plane and to like just sit there and wait for the takeoff. And I'm always thinking, how is this going to land? How is this going to work?
All going to the same location in our dreams. That place is called Mall World, and despite a subreddit being created for it originally like years ago, it's really only gone viral online.
I looked, and this is the subreddit here. It's pretty extensive. People talking, like if you want to explore Mall World and tons of Mall World stories, yeah, this is a good subreddit to head over to.
Okay. That's awesome.
In the past couple of months. So in today's video, we're going to be exploring this phenomenon together, whether it's a glitch in the matrix, thing entirely explainable. And also at the same time, I'm doing my makeup. I don't know why. I just felt like today I needed to do something with my hands. So that's why I'm sitting before you barefaced. I'm going to do my makeup while I chat with you guys about this. And we watch some of the content revolving Mall World together. But before we get into it, I want to say a thank you to our sponsor, Aura. Dreams can be a little
also the airport attached to the mall, and then back behind the mall you have the amusement park, water parks, and like the literal ocean.
Okay, I'm gonna move it forward.
You have like long winding roads with like warehouses, neighborhoods, like city neighborhoods close to the buildings. There's like a bunch of downtown buildings, offices in the top buildings. There's like really important meetings up here. There's fancy parties. There's like a room of pools. It's just like pool rooms all up here.
So checking the comments at this point, you have people like this person saying, I've never seen a map and now I'm kind of scared. Without looking at your map, I told my husband about my Mall World experience and showed him your video. We realized I have only so far reached the mall, some underground market, and I often get lost in the school. I am flabbergasted about how much larger it is.
So isn't it interesting that it seems to be an underground market in many of the malls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Someone else says, anyone else have tsunami beach dreams? I literally also saw a video about that. This person says,
you had a tsunami beach dream?
I don't think so, no.
I have a water. I never go to the water, but I can see the water in the distance. Do you ever go close to the water?
I go along the boardwalk.
Yeah, but I never touch the water or go in the water or anything like that.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have a dream school where I always lose my schedule and map and I get lost. Another person asking, does anyone else have highways that turn into roller coasters? And what's interesting about all of this is that, yes, it's not one or two people who experience these random seemingly things in their dreams. I'm talking down to the tsunamis or the highways that turn into roller coasters. This person says, I've been there, but it was slightly different. Has anyone ever been to a rundown mansion where they're trying to leave, but it keeps changing? I've been so many times and I can't find a way out. So is this where Roku City got their idea? This person says, I go to Toilet World. It sucks. And it's not just the comments that are saying this at this point. It's also like other creators making videos about how shocked they are that other people know about Mall World. For example, this is a friend of mine, Tara Rule, who actually says that she has been like plagued with dreams of this place since she was a kid.
One of the most distressing parts of my life has been my dreams and my nightmares. I have worked really hard in therapy to overcome these. And one of the ways I overcame some of these really bad nightmares were to draw out a map of this town I would frequent. The center of town was a mall, but it was also a school. As I've gotten older, you know, at first it was just like the school and mall I could explore. And as time has gone on, this town has become more expansive. I've been able to visit more places in it. I would say the whole vibe of the town is quite unnerving. And the weird thing about it is
common theme in the research that I've done. I've noticed that as time goes on, more wings of the mall will open up to people. Has that happened to you as time goes on? More parts of it open up?
Yes. Yep. I have experienced that. There's like a candy store in my mall that I really like to go to, that I tend to go to in my dreams. But it's just been in the last year or so that I've been going elsewhere in the mall. Like there's like a restaurant at the one end that I like to go to too. It's so weird.
Yeah, there's a crystal store that I love to frequent. It's like I go and there's classes and there's the same woman there. And yeah, I like to, and that's in the up part, not down below, but there's a crystal store above. And then I like to go to, I actually like to go to the arcade. I go into the arcade and I'll play skeet ball and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Is it ever nefarious? Do you ever feel like it's nefarious, Mall World?
There was one occasion where I was in the mall and I saw someone I knew that I didn't like, and they came up to me and were harassing me. But it was just someone that was also at the mall.
You didn't know them, or you did know them?
No, I did know them.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew them from like school or something, or work. I don't remember. Yep. Let me think. There was one point where I'm trying to get out of the mall, and someone's following me through like passageways and stairwells and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they've never caught me, knock on wood.
Like,
what about you?
There's never anyone I know there, nor does it seem like I have.
I don't know. Like sometimes I have a lot of like where I'm trying to do something and I can't accomplish it type deal at Mall World, but I don't think I ever have anybody ever chasing me, thankfully. I don't have too many of those dreams. I think the last time I had one of those dreams, I was a kid, a chasing dream.
In my Mall World, you might have remembered from the map that there was like this pier area. There's, on the shore, there's like a club, and it was run by Russians, and that was a scary experience for me, because they did not want me in their club.
Oh.
And yeah, so like the head owner guy was like trying to escort me out or something. It was weird. That was kind of weird too. Yeah.
With some Russians one summer, it was very interesting. They told me that like the boxing, the mob runs boxing, and her boyfriend was a boxer. So it was very interesting that summer.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Yeah.
It was a Girl Scout camp, and they had exchange counselors.
Okay. I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I'm not talking. I was playing the thing. Oh, sorry. Oops, I went back to the video. Sorry.
Yeah, we couldn't hear anything. Sorry.
I changed the screen.
Oh.
Okay.
Most expansive version of this map, and normally when I draw out this map, the dreams will die down for a while. Last year when I started having them, there was a new theme that there was like a beach area and there was a tsunami.
So she goes on to say that she came across the photo of the Mall World map and she literally felt sick to her stomach because it was like identical to these maps she had literally drawn herself. How crazy is that? She has records of drawing these maps of her own like town in her dreams without any like real knowledge of what this trend is. And again, like I said, I know that the Mall World subreddit has been around for a while, but a lot of the people like her talking about this really seem like it's something that they thought was kind of exclusive to them, if that makes any sense. Like most of these people do not see.
No, isn't that funny? Because I kind of thought it was exclusive to me only because I thought it was like a generational thing. Well, I mean, yeah, I thought it was a generational thing.
Well, we grew up going to the mall on Saturdays.
Yeah.
To believe like this was something anyone else ever experienced. Anyways, take a look at her own maps drawn comparatively to the ones that we've already seen of Mall World.
The town is structured identically to mine, and I'll show you what I drew. It's clearly not as good. But you can see in the corner, I don't know how well you can see it, but it says 24. So I drew this well before I saw any of this. And I have ones dating back years, right? Sidebar, my map is just focusing on the more distressing areas of town. The other map is more so what I see in my dreams. But, you know, same thing, the weird flippy dippy highway. This was really interesting to me. There's like a warehouse down here with 2 adjacent buildings, which she also has in the same spot. You know, it goes over water, and then it goes to the crazy roads go to an airport, and it's kind of like futuristic cities. I didn't even bother with the airport area because trying to draw out this map is very kind of difficult and confusing for me, but there's the mall/school. There's parking areas. I'm not sure what this building is. There's like a theater over this way. These mountains with abandoned houses.
Do you have a school at your mall? I have a school in mine.
I do not have a school in my mall.
Oh.
There are outer stores that only open up to the outside on the first level, but the mall's underneath that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Oh, oops. I forget that I changed the screen. Hold on a second.
Like Old Town, there's like more town over there, and the beach with tsunami waves.
I also have because we had a place up north, I also have in my mall world a place that's up north. Well, that's where the highway takes you. Like it takes you to the up north place.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and that's why I've got like the strip mall that's up north too, because like when I go up, like when I dream I'm driving up there, that's when I usually go to the strip mall, or when I'm away like when I'm going to school, because like my school at my dream mall is a lot like the layout of my actual school. So it's like a circle.
Okay.
I don't.
Of course, as I'm finishing up Tara's video, I realized I called her Tara in the beginning of this. Sorry, Diva. It's been a long day. But while we're going to get into some really interesting stuff in this video, I find her story one of the most interesting because her version of Mall World just looks so similar to what we're seeing as like widely accepted, I guess, as canon Mall World. Anyway, here's another video talking about it. This one comes from John Ridgway.
I knew liminal spaces existed in dreams, but I didn't know Mall World was like common. Like I didn't know there were a bunch of people who experienced Mall World, because to me, like my Mall World, it's literally the mall, right? But like you go up the escalators in the mall and it immediately becomes the airport. It does. And then you look out the window, like the big windows that they have at the airports where you can view like the tarmac. You look out the windows and there's planes and there's a tarmac, but then there's a beach immediately behind that. In view, you can see the sand on the beach. You can see like the ocean. Yeah.
You know, we're going to get into some of the reasons that I think some of these things are sort of common. Like one thing that people talk about a ton are the toilets. Gross, I know, but it's actually very relevant. But the fact that every
toilets too much, do you? I mean, maybe I've dreamed of it when I had to actually use the toilet, you know, like those are usually when I have toilet dreams when I'm sleeping, is I'm like looking at endless toilet and I can't, like, you know, because I have to go to the bathroom. But
right.
Do you dream of the toilets?
No, I don't. I have not experienced toilets in my Mall World yet.
Glad I don't, because apparently they're never working and they're, you know, always gross. So, and they're public. So public restrooms are never pleasant, or rarely. So
one is familiar with this beach is just crazy to me.
And also this mall is absolutely a school. The school really feels like the back rooms. It's like you kind of know it's a school, but it really just feels like the back rooms, kind of. Just like halls and little spaces. I don't know. The school part, and I like the stairs, it'll be like a long staircase, but it'll be like 30 feet up in the sky, like just the longest staircase ever. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I did not know mall world was like a common thing. Like other people experience this.
So again, it seems like the people who are getting really freaked out by mall world are ones who have seen something like so similar to that map, it's uncanny. Tati's creepy stories actually goes a little bit more in depth into some of the things that people report seeing at mall world as well.
Have you ever dreamt about a mall that just doesn't exist? Because apparently on this app, there's a bunch of people coming forward saying that they have all had the same dream of being at the same mall, but none of them are connected. And I'm not just talking about a couple people, I'm talking about thousands of people are all dreaming of being in this mall that doesn't exist. They're not calling it mall world, and each person describes the same specific layout of the mall. They all say that this mall is filled with endless escalators. It has a bunch of stores that no one can like recognize. It has like soft yellow lighting, and that the food court smells like popcorn. Like everyone agrees that this is the place that they have all been to. What's even weirder is that when they have tried to find this mall in real life, it doesn't exist. Some people are really starting to believe that this is like a real place. It's just not here. It's in a different dimension. Psychologists are trying to explain it away as it just being like a mashup of all of the different malls that we have been to, but it still makes no sense that every single person is having the same dream of the same exact mall. Like that makes no sense.
Now, in that video,
people are dreaming of the same exact mall, though. I think it is a mash. For me, I think it is a mashup of malls.
I agree, because in my dreams, there have been times where I've traveled to another town, and the malls in that town that I experience recurringly are like the malls in Jackson, and so I believe that I'm kind of in Jackson, but then one of the malls there is like the Water Tower Mall in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's like a conglomeration of all the malls that I've ever been to. There's a mall in Atlanta that I went to that's complete. I don't know if it's completely underground, but it has an underground level. And that might be where my brain got the underground part from.
Oh,
maybe.
Yeah, because a lot of my mall has familiar mall elements to the malls that I grew up, or if I like visited one, or like the airport in the arcade. I don't know. I can't figure out where that comes from because that's underground. So
a lot of airports do have like a mall-like area.
Yeah.
So maybe it has something to do with that.
Well, and my airport is really situated around the downtown Metro Detroit area, because like sometimes I'll come out from the arcade / airport, and I'll be like downtown Detroit by the waterfront. So
yeah, weird.